In February of 1993, I got a telephone call from the United Nations saying they'd like to come to Grace Cathedral in 1995 for their 50th anniversary. Would I host it? Yes. They'd like to bring all the nations of the world, and they would like me to bring all the religions of the world. And I said, I'm not doing anything this afternoon. I'll just make some phone calls and I'll get all the religions of the world. Thank you. And I went to bed that night and thought, what in the world did I just say yes to?
Bishop Swing came in to Grace Cathedral to the trustee meeting and proceeded to tell people that he wanted to start an organization that was like the United Nations, but for religions. I thought it was a lofty goal. I had no idea how he would go about it at all. So that was really, I mean, it seemed impossible.
I didn't know what it was going to look like. I didn't know how we were going to get the money for it. I didn't know what it would be called. I didn't even have any idea how we'd do it. But I committed my life to being a catalyst for the creation of it.
We gathered people from all over the world who had dreamed an organization into being. Maybe the first and only time in Pittsburgh's history that drummers from Mayapur, India were parading through the streets. There was an incredible sense of jubilation. We relished the words we had written.
We all knew it was a great day, so each one had the best attire, me included.
I was sitting at the charter signing, thinking about 1,000 details, who's here, who's not here, how's it working, what comes next. But wait a minute, here's the charter, it's right in front of me. And then when I saw it, I just kissed it. This baby just came out of the womb. It has a chance to grow into maturity and make a powerful impact in the world.
In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, Maliki Yawmiddin. Nayak Karibe Badan, Karu Anugrah Soy, Buddhi Rasi Sukh.
God is kind. He will save his disciples from the calamities that the world around us.
At the heart of URI's global community is the notion of interfaith cooperation, a notion that we need to work together.
I truly believe religions have been the cause of so much pain in the world, and my hope is that URI can do something about that.
The world has not seen religions getting along. URI wants to be example A.
Today, URI is a truly global community, unlike any that I believe has ever existed in the history of humanity. We have people in 70 countries from over 100 different religions, spiritual expressions, and indigenous traditions who cherish their religious or spiritual or indigenous identity and yet feel they are part of a global whole.
It builds up from the root. It is a pyramid building. It is not the other way normally this organization function.
When I think of organizational design for URI, I think of two big words. My favorite words in all of URI, circle and cooperation. It's an elegant, simple design. Any 7 people, anywhere in the world, 3 of those 7 have to be from a different religion, spiritual expression, or indigenous tradition.
Our cooperation circle, it is called Escuela de Amor. That would be School of Love. It is Jewish, Christian, and Muslim. There's a sheikh and a rabbi, and sometimes a priest. But it is people of different faith.
Oh, there's so many things we could do together.
Some others are going to organize a retreat for youngsters of different religions.
In Pakistan, it's working with the children in the schools. It's also working with women for the empowerment of women.
We have one cooperation circle who do community service and volunteer work.
At the moment, something that I've been shepherding for the past 2 years is an Interfaith Pen Pals project.
In Uganda, they have the Solar Cookers project, where they teach people how to use the energy of the sun in order to cook their food instead of burning wood.
I like to come up with simple things like, do you grow vegetables here? They would say, no, we don't have. I said, why don't you make little gardens, grow vegetables? And if you grow a lot of them, you can sell them and eat some of them as a family, you know.
That should be the message of URI, action-based, not religion-based.
When I read the purpose of URI, I find it very, very inspiring. What has been put down here is something universal.
Our preamble, purpose, and principles is not only letters. You know, it's a way how we live into those principles.
As I went through all the principles, the one which really influences me is the fourth one. We encourage our members to deepen their roots in their own tradition.
We give and receive hospitality.
We practice healing and reconciliation to resolve conflict.
We seek and welcome the gift of diversity.
You know, there are young URI members now, the youth, and they are amazing, really. They are holding the vision in their hearts and translating this into action and committing to being at the forefront of change.
Girl child and environment, both are issues which we need to think about.
Our project is about Nani Cha. Nani means small and Cha means shed. The desire for having a boy is there in everybody's mind, so people kill the girls before they're born only. They have the mentality that boys can only lead you forward, and that is why they practice female feticide. They kill the girl before she's born. This is for you.
We give plants to families in which new girls are born.
This plant is given from a religious place, so people can't ignore that plant. They have to take care of the plant and simultaneously have to take care of the girl.
Youth is a galvanizing force that makes me feel someday I might be able to retire because the world is in very good hands.
When I think about how the URI began coming together, I think of a catalyst in a chemical reaction. Everything's ready to happen. The founding years of URI were years of casting a net. And it was in beginning to create the core of the community that the charter came into being.
I think that the beginnings of URI were in a way a miracle. I mean, it really was. It may have been a miracle, it took 4 years, but it in some ways was a miracle.
Just like a little baby just born, you just want to kiss it and hug it and say, good luck.
Who could have thought from those early days when we were sitting around a table trying to decide what we were going to be when we grew up, that finally this day had happened and we signed the charter.
I probably had tears in my eyes, as I often do at moments like that. The feeling that what we had spent so much to accomplish was real in that moment. And to think back of all the challenges that we had experienced, of all the moments when you wondered, is this going to fly apart? Is this going to succeed? Of all the people, those were all there, and the people who had been part of the process who couldn't be there to sign the charter. Those were all there for me, and I felt in a real way, I wasn't just putting my name on a piece of paper. I was somehow saying yes to what all those people, including myself, had dreamed about, and yes to the challenges we were embracing moving forward.
I think there is a bright future for URI.
As we've created URI, we've been clear from the beginning, to borrow from an African proverb, that if you want to go fast, you go alone. If you want to go far, you go together. We have chosen to go together with the belief that we will go far and in the recognition that we will likely not go fast.
We're just barely scratching the surface right now. I think all religions are going to have to elevate their game.
We've started working hard. We have so many students in it. So I guess if the schools can do it, then why can't the world? It starts with the kids. So the kids can tell it to their parents. The parents can convey it to the society.
We are going to create different group of people that are going to transform themselves and transform their families, transforming their community, and the community will transform the city, and the city, the country, and the country, the world.
Peace resides in all of us. It's in every religion, it's in every person. So we learn to unite.
It's amazing that we're in 70 countries now, but we could be in 150 countries, or however many countries there are in the world.
It's just a matter of, are you big enough with your vision and bold enough to do what needs to be done for the sake of the earth?
On the 20th anniversary of URI, I think the world will be one. There'll just be one country which would be called the Earth.
Now, URI is a child now. It has miles to cross, but it's a healthy child, it's a thinking child, it's a child with promise.
You know, we're not playing here. We are mobilizing a force for good.
You can imagine what we can achieve.
On the 20th anniversary of URI, the world is going to be a peaceful place to live in. I bet.
We, people of diverse religions,
spiritual expressions, indigenous traditions throughout the world,
hereby establish
the United Religions Initiative
to promote
enduring
daily
interfaith cooperation, to end religiously motivated violence,
and to create cultures of
peace, justice, and healing for the earth and all
living beings.
All living things.